Hey there, it's Patti Sampson, CRM Drip Campaign Specialist. I'm here to talk today about merge fields. So we're wondering what merge fields are. Well, merge fields are parts of our email and text templates that help us to automate sending out emails. So in this episode, we're going to talk a little bit more about the kind of merge fields you might want to use and why you would use them.
So the big question is this. How are real estate pros like us not converting more of our expensive real estate leads to sales? How is it we're spending thousands of dollars and investing uncountable hours lead generating, but only closing about 1% of our leads? How can we do this more efficiently and effectively and make way more money, but still have a personal life? These are the questions, and this podcast will give you the answers because the money is in the follow-up. My name is Patti Sampson, and welcome to ENGAGEMORE Secrets.
Use them. Okay, so let's talk about merge fields. First of all, I am sitting in my office here going through some templates that I have, and I'm writing more because I'm getting ready to write some for the mortgage industry. And I was just going through some of the other templates I have relating to mortgages and things like that. And what I realized was that, when I go and talk about merge fields in many of my trainings that I do, it occurs to me that some of you may not really understand the concept of it and also the best uses for your merge fields. So let's talk a little bit about them. First of all, a merge field merge field code is something that you might see like this inside of an email template or a text template. What it's doing is taking information that is already added inside of the contact card or whatever you call your area inside of your CRM or your mailing service. It's pulling the information in automatically. And so that I don't have to come in here when I'm sending emails out and manually add the people's information in. So in this case, this is a code for the first name. When a template is built, we just put in a code. Now, my code inside of my CRM might be different than a code that's in your CRM, but in our CRMs here, in ENGAGEMORE CRM, we use this code, and you have to know what codes are provided to you inside of your system. But I find that most of us either don't use them, and if we don't use them, it's really hard to make a template personalized. So in this case, we can personalize pulling in the first name field. And here we also have an opportunity to pull in the city that they might be searching in. So you could have a code for desired area or city or whatever. So in this case, we have a city code. In most of my templates, when I write them, I don't like to go too crazy with too many merge field codes. If I feel like I need to do that, I will simply create separate email templates for each of the cities, for instance, or certain types of specific things so that I'm not counting on the fact that I'm putting the information into the fields. Because if you're going to add a whole lot of stuff in here, let's say I add a field in here for price range. And I've got 10 different people in my system. Each of them have a field there that says insert the price range in here. If you don't put the price range inside and actually fill something out inside that box, then you run the risk that the email is going to go out. If you were to blast out the same email to 10 different people, that some of them may not have anything in that box. So I'm not a big fan of putting too many in. If I feel like I need to do that, I'll just create an email specific for the person. But what you want to be able to do is create these and add them to a drip campaign ahead of time so that you know almost always you're going to have a first name. And if you don't, what's going to happen if no name is there? So in our case, a little period will go there. They probably won't even notice it. But you just have to know what it is that your system can do and the codes. So in a lot of our systems, you'll see here, a lot of my emails will start with a first name. I might put a little something like this city in. I will always end it usually with their first name because it looks more personalized instead of looking canned. And so that's the reason, is we're trying to make them more personalized. And the other great thing about this is that you can also, depending on your system, add the field to the first name, the first name field to the subject line, which I like to do as well. So you can see I have it here as well. So put fields in. The goal is to make them personalized without you manually having to do this. And when you do that, you're going to get just a better email that's going to just be more personalized to that person with it not having to manually do it. So now I might build up a drip campaign with, say, 20 different templates in it. And as long as I have the fields inside of these email templates, it will automatically load their contact information or whatever I'm pulling in from there. Now, in our case, I'll just give you some examples. If I wanted to add some more fields in, they're called merge tags here in our system, but I like to call them fields. So the tagging here can pull in first name, last name, full name, birthdays, companies, this whole list. And we also have an option to add in custom fields. So we do have some custom fields that I added in as well. So for instance, I want to put the budget in here. I know this would be the budget. I just have to be sure inside of the contact that the budget is there. So you put something inside of that so something will pull in when it goes to be sent, right? Now in our case too, if I want to add video, I can add video specific to whatever that is. It will just be, video, and we don't even need BombBomb in that. Or buttons that will send over to, again, these are button fields that we can put fields in that will drive them over to certain locations. And in this case, we're sending them over to our website. Or in this case, we can also send an email out, have them send an email out when they click it, right? So let me just give you an example what this is going to look like when we send it out. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and send a sample out, and I'm going to switch over to my inbox. Okay, so I went ahead and sent this to one of my test accounts so that we can see what it looks like. I went ahead and just sent it like I was a consumer, and here's how the email looks when it comes in. It automatically pulled in the clients' names, the husband and the wife, and you can see, actually this one I ended up taking the city out of it because I didn't have any city in there, but I've got their first name pulling in here and then their last name pulled in here. See how that happened? And I didn't have to, all I did was click send the email out, so it made it really easy to do. And in this case we had a video that was going, which is actually right here, so if I click on that it'll play the video. And then the buttons down here, if I click on these buttons, the button will take it over to a page on my website for them to look at, or it will take, I can set this is a actual merge field as well, a field where it will automatically create an email back to me. So that's pretty handy. But the big thing is just being able to automate this as easy and as fast as possible. Up here you can see it also pulled in their information in the subject line, which if I was a consumer and saw my name in the subject line and it had to do with house hunting, I most likely am going to open that mail, which is going to help our open rates too. So this is why having merge fields is really important, or whatever you call it in your system. And all we did was just go over to the consumer's information and we clicked on the email and we said we're going to send the email out, and we picked the email template out of the list and we clicked send. And we didn't have to do anything other than that by putting in their information, and it automatically loaded it with these great fields. So there's my tip today on when you should add merge fields, and it should be almost every time you send an email out. And the locations are at the minimum, you're going to put their first name in at the salutation and at the end of the letter to get them talking to you. And always ask a question too, because we always want to get a call to action going to get them talking to us. And anything else you can add, if you add anything that's clickable in here, videos, buttons, that should be something that will also help you track the hot business, because you're being notified in your CRM that you have now got somebody interested in what you're sending. So you can see when they're opening and when they're clicking on all this stuff. So that's my tip for today. I hope you're having a great one. And excuse my casual attire. It's casual PATTI recording day, Monday. That's what I do when I record. I sit here in a casual mode. But anyway, if you like what we're doing, go ahead and make sure that you subscribe to all of our channels and our groups. And we'd love to see you in here and get some more help from us. Talk to you later. Thanks for joining us.
If you want more tips like this to automate, engage, and convert your expensive leads faster than ever before, be sure to subscribe to our Engage More Secrets podcast right here on this channel. Follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. All our links are in the description. Get ready to join the movement to stop the madness and increase your ROI, because the money is in the follow-up.